Hey Ty, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good man. Just where are you at with your knee, and are you going to be able to go right into the summer program? And I guess what do you have plans in that summer program?
Yeah, no, I feel good. Obviously it was very scary. I think a lot of people were kind of holding their breath, me as well. But we feel like we dodged a bullet to a sense, and I feel fine. Obviously there's more treatment and stuff involved, but yeah, I'm not gonna miss any time in the summer. I'm feeling good.
Go ahead, James. We'll do two.
My bad. So, what is your biggest goal this summer? I mean, you got your first taste of the league. Is it gaining weight, getting stronger? Just what is it you're trying to work on?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, obviously, getting stronger is a big part. Just kind of coming into my man body or whatever, just living in the weight room. But at the same time, the another important thing is, just continuing to grow my relationships with my teammates. Yesterday people were saying, I'll see you later. I'm like, yeah, expect a phone call from me every week. So, I don't know if it'll be every week, but just trying to grow relationships with guys, be closer. So going into next year, I have even better relationships with everybody, and that can help us lead to success.
Marshall Harris.
Hey Tyrese, I'm just really curious. As you especially the last couple of weeks, as you kind of got to watch things unfold, and really had time to, I guess, reflect on your rookie season. What do you make of your rookie season? What did you take away from it, and how much growth did you say? Did it meet your expectations?
Yeah, I mean everything and beyond. I guess coming in, I didn't really know what to expect. I just knew that I was going to be playing against the best players in the world every night. I feel like if anything, this year really boosted like my confidence 100% just because I'm going out there playing with the best players in the world and holding my own. So, it was an awesome experience, but now it's really helped me know what I have to work on going into next year, and what I got to get better at. Obviously this was a year of ups and downs where I started pretty hot, and some adjustments started to be made. I had a couple slow games and kind of got it back going, and it was just a season of ups and downs, and that's what a long year like this kind of leads to. But it was really fun for me to grow individually and alongside my teammates, and I'm really looking forward to next year. I mean, next year starts today, so I'm looking forward to preparing and working really hard to be better coming into next year.
When you look at this offseason compared to last offseason, I mean, you get drafted. There's no Vegas Summer League. There's just so many things that could be different this time around. How much are you looking forward to maybe more of a normal offseason? Do you plan on participating like Summer League and all that stuff if it comes out?
Um, so what I'm looking forward to most all season is like now that I've played in the NBA, like I know exactly what to work on. I know like what I can get better at. I know kind of tricks of the NBA to a sense, you know what I'm saying? So just learning how to work on those and fine tune things like that you might not really think of if you're just training and haven't played an NBA game yet. Like, there's art to the game of basketball in the NBA that's not really used, anywhere else. And then as far as summer league, I guess we haven't had, conversations about it. I don't know what that will look like, when we get there. So, I'm going to be around. I'm going to be in Sac and going back and forth between Sacramento and home. So, I'll be there regardless if I play or not. But I don't know if I'll be playing. I guess that's decision probably hasn't been made yet.
Jason Jones.
Hey, what's going on, Ty? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
Doing all right. When you look at this past season, what have you learned is maybe the biggest impediment, or what's you guys have to really work on the most to make you a winning team?
Well, I mean, the obvious answer is to tell you that we have to be better defensively. I mean, obviously, for 72 games, we've came in front of you guys in the media and talked about our defensive effort and, on the days it was good, how we can continue that, and days it was bad, how we can get better. So, that's going to be important for us, is just to be better defensively. Obviously we're 30th in the league defensively, and, we obviously showed, points in the games or points throughout the year where we're a much better defensive team than that. So now it's just about having consistency and just being better. But that's got to start, in the summer and as the year goes on, as right when we get to camp, that's got to be an emphasis, because we know what we got to do, with the group that we have. We know we got to be better on that side of the ball, because, we can score. That's not a surprise to anybody or anything like that. We know how to put the ball in the basket, but we just have to be better defensively for us to take that next step. And, obviously, like I've talked about and like we've talked about the whole year, we want to get the Sacramento Kings back to the playoffs, but that's not going to happen if we're not better defensively. So that's got to obviously be the biggest, improvement for us.
And just for you, how has your voice in the locker room grown from, you get drafted, then basically a week or two later, you're in camp with these guys, but how much more comfortable did you feel speaking up and talking to the guys? Now, I imagine you wouldn't have maybe said back in December, hey, I'll be calling you guys every week. You're going to hear from me. Just so how have you seen yourself grow in that role on the team?
Yeah. Obviously there's a lot of growth. Like you said, I got drafted here, came here in a week, and I guess I came in with the mindset of kind of just listening, you know what I'm saying? Taking everything in. I was being told a million different things at once, having to learn a million different things. So I was kind of, standing back and listening for the most part to everybody. And I feel like as the year went on, I was asked to, lead more and talk more. And the more I played, I felt like the more and the more success I had, I felt like the more my voice carried weight. So as the years went on, just keep talking to coaches like, Rico and Luke and guys like that have really been on me, and, know that that's something that I've basically done my whole life in terms of leading. So just continuing to do that and grow. Obviously it's different. I'm sure I'll be telling, guys that are coming in here next year, it's different when you're, 19, 20, 21 years old coming in and having to lead grown men and say things to grown men. It's kind of like, I don't know if I should really be saying anything, but as long as you're coming from a peer place and guys know, how much you want to win, then that carries weight. So just growing every day. I think I took a really big step when Fox went out. We lost obviously a big voice in our leader. So somebody had to step into that role, and HB wasn't playing. So, HB and Mo were on me to be more vocal, be more of a leader. So I feel like that really boosted me. I guess you could say confidence wise to be more vocal, and that helped me a lot. So going into next year, just doing a better job at that. And, I'm going to be around, be vocal, and that's going to help me take the next step, but us take the next step, the more vocal I am.
I'm kind of him.
Hey, what's up, Ty? When you look at just the injury that you experienced and, at the time that it happened, what was the worst you were feeling? I mean, did you think it was going to be worse than it was? And what was just the sense of relief maybe after you got the results, that it wasn't maybe as seriously as maybe even you thought?
Yeah, I mean, the ultimate shock was anytime it's something around your knee or, your ankle, and it hurts that. I've never had anything like that happen to me before. So, obviously my mind went to the worst case scenario right away. I was very, very scared. But that's just the uncertainty of the game of basketball. You don't know. But when Joe, our trainer, came and checked on me and was feeling on my knee, it wasn't killing me. It hurt, but I wasn't feeling where he was pushing, and that gave me confidence that it wasn't, the 3-letter word. So I got up and they were trying to carry me. I was like, I think I can walk, because at the time I was really I got to get up so I can finish the game. But then my mindset went to all right, there's no chance they're going to let me finish this game. So let me at least walk to the locker room. So I walked to the locker room, and obviously I was in pain, and, I felt like there was a million people in the back, but, I think I was just I was just scared more than anything, to be honest with you. I think that was that immediate shock, but there was confidence through, the evaluation from, the Mavericks doctors and our medical team. So that gave me a lot of hope. And then the MRI in the morning and, waiting for more answers from specialists and things like that. And then, to kind of be told, that it wasn't anything to really worry about, made me feel really good. Obviously I was frustrated that I was going to, miss the season, and felt like if I was playing, I'd, be able to help us on the court. But really it just was kind of a sense of relief that it wasn't anything worse, and it wasn't going to affect my summer. I wasn't going to miss, this time to grow and get better. So, it made me feel really good. But yes, I think more than anything, it was just like worrisome. It's worrisome to fall and hold your knee and see both teams come around you, then get to the back and there'd be a million people back there. It's for sure worrisome. I was definitely scared, but I just thank God. God is good that I'm good and that I'm able to go into my summer without any real setbacks.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. Understandable. And I know when you came in here and we were talking to you right before you came to Sacramento, you had goals of being rookie of the year, but those quickly subsided. I mean, you really prioritized winning and kind of changing of the culture in Sacramento. But I'm curious, because you are such an NBA fan, objectively speaking, who would you vote for rookie of the year if you had a vote?
I mean, of course, I'm going to vote for myself. I would hope I vote for myself. But obviously, guys like LaMelo and have had great years. So, whoever wins it. I guess we're not voters, so I guess that really doesn't matter. But I'm sure I would vote for myself. But yeah, I think the coolest thing about our class has been obviously people have written us off from the start. We don't have any star potential. It's a 3-player draft or whatever. But there's a lot of guys in this draft that are going to be around for a while, at some capacity. Even if that's a role player, it doesn't matter. They're going to be in the NBA. And what people fail to understand is, unless it's like the 2003 or 96 draft, you're not getting 5 superstars. So like that, notion or sentiment about our draft is just obviously very incorrect. I think we have a lot of guys that can do very well in this league, and it's just cool to see, guys in our class have success from top to bottom. So, whoever wins it. I'm just, glad that we're proving people wrong every day.
Crystal Saltis.
Hey, Ty, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I would like to ask you, how many steps in the right direction do you feel that you made as a team, especially in the second half of the season? And also about you, to be in the conversation about the Rookie of the Year and to be one of the most effective rookies of this season, is something that exceeded your expectations?
So to answer the first part of your question, I mean, I don't know how to scale it in terms of steps, but I felt like we took positive steps as the year went on, just growing and learning. I think mistakes were made obviously throughout the year, in multiple different facets, but just learning from those. I hate to say, we're a young team, but like we're not that young. You know what I'm saying? We're just kind of inexperienced. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just been a year of ups and downs for us, where you're learning every night. And now that I have a year under my belt and other guys have another year on their belt, I hope, we can kind of use those and just put them into our toolbox going into next year. Obviously, things have happened throughout the year that you don't want to forget, and things have happened this year that I'll never forget in terms of, losing games and things that guys have said and things like that. Like, that's just going into my toolbox for next year. And I hope that we can use that to grow, next year as a unit. And then to answer the second part of your question, obviously I have the utmost confidence in myself to be successful. So I guess it didn't really come as a surprise to me that I, had a lot of success throughout my rookie year. So I guess that was more surprise to other people, that I was, because I'm the 12th pick, and how good can the 12th pick be, and whatever. But, I hold myself to a very high standard. So, it wasn't that big of a surprise. I guess I've been doing this my whole life, so I guess it's not that big of a surprise to me. So now it's just about growing every night.
And also, the Kings has 15 straight seasons without playoff. Is that an extra motivation for you? It's an extra push about next season?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, obviously, this organization means a lot to me. The fans mean a lot to me. Just winning and pride mean a lot to me. So, of course, getting to the playoffs is a big deal for me. I think early in the year, like probably my first interview with you guys, I was like, oh, my goal is to win Rookie of the Year. But like Sean said, like that quickly shifted to making the playoffs. And like as the summer goes on and you guys or anybody asks me, what are my individual goals? My individual goal is to get this team to the playoffs. So I don't care what my year looks like in terms of statistics or anything like that. I'll know I had a successful year if we got to the playoffs. So, that's my goal. I think that's everybody's goals. I've been telling people, ever since, we technically got eliminated that was my goal, and I'm going to work really hard to do that. So that's where I'm looking at. And I know that might be, ambitious maybe of a second-year player to kind of have that goal, but that's just who I am, and I hold myself to that standard. So that's the only goal that I have, going into the next season.
We'll just do a couple more. Jason Anderson.
Hey, Ty, nice to talk to you again, man. I'm curious, have you been able to resume anything like on court, or just, where are you guys at in that part of your rehabilitation process?
No, I haven't got on the court yet. I'm sure it will happen soon. But it's more just been about, making myself feel good, just in everyday activities. I think that's been more important. So we're doing that now, and it's obviously a slow progression. Obviously, the year's done. So I guess you're supposed to take a certain amount of time off, but I'm here today. So like I said, next season starts today. So just slowly getting there, and obviously I trust our medical team. They've done a really good job in helping me with my body all year. So I'm just listening to them, and when I'm able to resume on court activities, then I'll be doing that.
Okay. And, you've talked about relationships here today. Luke talks a lot about relationships. De'Aaron recently has spoken about, some of the relationships that are forming. I just wonder, from your perspective, how would you describe the relationships that are being forged here, specifically, amongst a few of you guys who were considered core players and this coaching staff?
Yeah, I mean, I'm growing with guys every day. Continue to have conversations and learn more about them. That's just important to me as a human being. Even before I'm a basketball player, is just knowing the people that I'm around. I think that's important. So just trying to learn more and more about people. Obviously, like you said, like with the core group. So like with guys like Fox and HB and Rashawn and Marvin and guys like that, just learning more about them every day, and just keep having conversations. That's just kind of a part of growing together. But my favorite part has been learning more about, the training staff and our equipment managers and locker room attendants and stuff like that. That's my favorite stuff, because I'm not around those guys all the time. But just growing every day, learning more about everybody. That's obviously very important, and that's just going to keep happening throughout the summer. And as time goes on, that's just a part of it. And obviously this year was a little different with COVID, not being able to, be around guys all the time, like kind of having limitations to what we can do, where we can go. So going into next year, we're hopefully, the world is in, more of quote unquote normal. We're able to, have some more normalcy and be able to spend more time with each other outside of the facility.
All right, Tony Harpy.
Hey Ty, how you doing this morning?
Good. How you doing?
Great. I'm gonna isolate this question, Coach Walton, because Coach Walton has been talking in past tense and in future, as he should, and changing the culture of this organization. This season, he looked in battle, but not besieged, because you guys never jumped the ship. I just wanted to see if you can provide some details of just working with Coach Walton this season during this COVID pandemic.
Yeah, me and Coach's relationship has really grown throughout the year. Just learning more about him. My favorite part about the year was kind of as we got towards the end of the year. Obviously, I already watched film by myself and watched film with Rico, and I'm obviously diving into film, but towards the end of the year, like I would just go into his office before the game. Me and him would watch film for 30 to 45 minutes, and I'd just be in there. We'd just be in there talking and growing or just teaching points and things like that. So we've just grown. Our relationship has really grown throughout the year. My favorite part about Luke is obviously he played in the NBA. He's an NBA champion. So just learning from him, hearing stories from him about, being in the NBA, hearing him tell stories about, the great Laker teams and things like that. Like that stuff, I really enjoy just because it's like I'm learning, you know what I'm saying? So, I love stuff like that. So we're just going together because he's very much so a player's coach. I played for, I feel like a player's coach in college as well. And I have never had a coach that I can't go to and talk to and say whatever I want within reason. But say how I feel. So it's been really nice to play for him and also grow in our relationship, because I feel like that's just going to help us have more success, as time goes on.
And just real quick, for a follow up, you just mentioned a player coach. Where would you stack him up as a coach in your career thus far?
Well, I mean, I think I got to spend more time with him. Obviously, the NBA is a different game. I'm not gonna. My high school coach probably gonna call me after this if I put him ahead of him or anything. So I guess I ain't gonna do rankings or done. But me and Luke, we get along really well. I love him. Love playing for him. So he's definitely high up in that regard, and I speak very, very highly of him to everybody. So. We get along really well, and I'm looking forward to playing for him for years, as we move on.
All right, thank you, Ty.
Appreciate it, guys.